All right, welcome back. 9 days into this government shutdown, and the president is going right for the jugular, it would seem. Take a listen to this, some of these comments from today's cabinet meeting. Take a listen to this.
We're only cutting Democrat programs, but we're going to start that, and we have Russell. We can talk to you about it if he wants to, but we'll be cutting some very popular Democrat programs that aren't popular with Republicans, frankly, because that's the way it works. They wanted to do this, so we'll give them a little taste of their own medicine.
There you have it. You won't negotiate. You won't even do a clean CR to just open the government as we negotiate the process, trying to fix this healthcare disaster they keep talking about or that they claim is existing. So that's how it's going to be. He doesn't mess around in situations like this. Chuck Schumer, on the other side of it, is claiming some of the positives of 9 days of the government being shut down. Take a listen.
Each day, our case to fix health care and end the shutdown gets better and better, stronger and stronger, because families are opening their letters, showing how high their premiums will climb if Republicans get their way. They're seeing why this fight matters.
All right, so that's Schumer's side of the coin. The majority leader, John Thune, with a plan telling Axios that the shutdown continues. He's considering bringing a full year of appropriation bills to the floor for a vote, one being the defense bill to fund the Pentagon and pay the military. So this is individually. This is kind of the way that Republicans have wanted this to go for a long time. You want to see everything individually, not just one big thing. The Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy joins us now. Airports have been affected by this shutdown, and he's with us from the White House. And good to see you, sir. The president, it doesn't sound like he's messing around. He's not having any more of this.
Yeah, no, he's not happy with the shutdown because Donald Trump actually cares, Rob, about the American people and the impact this has on the American people. What he's talking about in the clip, I was in the meeting. I'm not quite sure. I'd have to have a conversation with Russ Vought. But what I will say about Chuck Schumer is that is a sick comment. And by the way, this is common practice for Democrats. Go back to Barack Obama during the shutdown. Recall that we had open-air monuments and memorials in Washington, D.C., where we're at right now. They actually put fences around open-air monuments so World War II vets or Vietnam vets or Korean vets couldn't come and see their memorials that were open-air. They wanted to inflict mass pain. Our parks, they shut down, gave people tickets if they wanted to walk on a trail in an American park. That's how sick they are. They want to inflict pain on the American people. And we are in the situation, Rob, because Democrats wanted to open up the border. Chuck Schumer supported it. 10, 15, 18 million people came into the country. And now that they're here, Democrats want to give them health care benefits. All the while, for American citizens inflicting this pain, you talked about air traffic control. Yeah. Our controllers, I need them to go to work. I want them to go to work. The problem is they're angry at Chuck Schumer, and because our staffing is so tight, if a few of them don't show up, we have major issues in the airspace, and they're angry at him. And Chuck could resolve this with saying, Democrats, let's do a clean CR.
Yeah, it is. It's so interesting that they've made this all about health care, and at the same time as they say they're trying to lower these costs, which are explosively high because Obamacare was a terribly implemented system, but they want to try and make it cheaper while at the same time allowing it to be given out to the millions of people that have walked into this country over the last 4 years. It's like they don't understand how it works. Like if you give it away to that many more people, it's never going to get less expensive for the people that pay. I mean, this is not complicated stuff. Hakeem Jeffries, you know, they usually they run to the mainstream media because they know they're going to get favorable coverage. He made one mistake this morning. He went over to CNBC, where maybe the only Republican that's in the mainstream media is actually on a show in the morning. And this was the moment that came out of that. Take a look.
Not allow the government to reopen until you do what we want. After an election where the American people put Democrats in power, you'd be going crazy. You'd be going crazy about using a shutdown of the government with on a continuing resolution to get what you want just because you don't like what the Republicans did. It's not how it works. It's bad. It's bad precedent.
What is bad precedent is the Republican refusal to engage in bipartisan negotiations.
Can you do those negotiations while the government is reopened? I think that's the offer that's been on the table.
It's an issue that Republicans have ignored throughout this year, and it's an issue that needs to be addressed right now.
You know, he made a great point. There was a mandate that came from the election, and all this was passed through Congress, and then they're going to shut the government down to try and flip it back. That's not, I mean, if you go down that road, talk about nothing ever getting done in Washington.
So what's interesting is you got to look at the timelines, right? So funding for the Affordable Care Act or Obamacare goes till the end of the year, and they're shutting the government down right now. Republicans have said, well, let's extend government funding to the end of November. So there's plenty of time to negotiate, Rob, and have this conversation. But they want to shut it down right now, not at the end of November and not at the end of the year. And they're doing that not because they care about Obamacare subsidies as a whole. They care about illegals who now can't get the subsidy. Right. They now can't get free health care. That's what they're mad about, and that's why they're shutting it down right now. Now, they're lying to you that they care about the American people and the subsidies that go to for people who make, $130,000 to $600,000 a year. They're saying that, but it's really about the illegals. And it begs the question, again, who are you fighting for?
Right.
Why don't you fight for the American people, your constituents? Why are you fighting for the people who came across the border under Joe Biden?
Healthcare for illegals and subsidies up to $500K, the Wall Street Journal said. And again, if at some point Democrats are going to do a clean sweep and they're going to get it all, and if Republicans, if they start passing bills and the Republicans say we're going to shut the government down until you reverse the bills that you've just passed after the clean sweep in the election, imagine all the hell that would break loose with that story. Secretary Duffy, good to see you. Thanks so much.
You're right.
You know, everybody's reporting the same stories, the same spin. You turn the channel, it's always the same. But not us. We're different. We report the real news. No spin, just the facts. Turn to us, and you won't turn back.
Tune in to Rob Schmidt tonight on Newsmax.